Imagine a world where a visually impaired person can get around independently using their smartphone. But you don't have to imagine. It's happening now. The Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago recently launched a pilot project to provide persons with visual and hearing impairments with subsidized smartphones to empower them to become more independent and access a better quality of life using information and communication technologies, or ICTs. This is a universal service initiative. Universal service is a goal of making basic telecommunication services available to everyone at an affordable price. Universal service is informed by three principles: availability, accessibility, and affordability. It seeks to connect the unconnected. ICTs such as mobile phones, televisions, computers, and the internet are part of almost every aspect of daily life. They are key enablers to today's modern economy. Access to ICTs is thus crucial to empowering people and promoting social and economic inclusion. Dr. Beverly Beckles, CEO, National Center for Persons with Disabilities, and featured speaker at the launch of the project, emphasizes the value and importance of affordable access to ICTs for PWDs.
The Mandatory Universal Service Initiative aims to provide subsidized assistive devices to persons with disabilities in Trinidad and Tobago, with the aim of bridging the gap between those who have access to basic telecommunication services and those who do not. The objective of this project ensure that PWDs have access to basic mobile telecommunication services through the provision of assistive mobile devices, whilst reducing the digital divide by promoting digital inclusion of information, communication, and technologies to persons with disabilities. This project is intended to enhance the quality of life by helping those with disabilities to participate more fully in society, whether it be in school, work, home, or in civic life, and ensuring equality of opportunities for this population.
This PWD initiative will be the first project to be implemented and funded through TATT's Universal Service Fund. This fund is designed as an incentive to encourage operators to assist countries in achieving their universal service goals of ensuring that telecommunications services are accessible to the widest number of people and communities at affordable prices. Current initiatives include the provision of free public Wi-Fi hotspots throughout Trinidad and Tobago and provision of subsidized accessible mobile devices for persons with hearing and visual impairments. This mechanism was designed by the International Telecommunications Union and is adopted by many regulators like TATT. Mrs. Doreen Bogdan-Martin, Director, ITU Telecommunication Development Bureau, was in Trinidad and Tobago for the launch and noted some of the challenges of affording accessible ICT services to PWDs. She underscored the importance of the partnerships of the relevant stakeholders in ensuring that PWDs have easy access to ICT services. She commended TATT on the initiative.
The new Assisted Technologies program being launched today is comprehensive. It's multi-stakeholder, something that we like to talk about. And what's great is that there are very clear objectives and a solid plan for meeting the needs of specific types of disabilities. And I really want to commend TATT on a bold, well-considered, and far-sighted program. Governments bear the duty of ensuring all citizens, including persons with disabilities, to enjoy the same rights and opportunities. But governments can't do it alone. As TATT's new program shows us, making ICTs accessible, available, and affordable requires the involvement and the commitment of many other players, such as equipment vendors, the manufacturers, and service providers. We need more multi-stakeholder approaches like this one that leverage the strengths of all partners.
Dr. Kim Malalu, Deputy Chairman, Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, explained the nature of the project, and assured the public of TATT's commitment to full implementation by 2021.
This launch marks a critical point in a journey embarked upon by the Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, TATT, in 2008, the year in which the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities was entered into force. It has been an interesting and rewarding journey to ensure persons with disabilities have access to affordable, basic mobile telecommunications services to enhance the qualities of their lives and to promote independent living. Assistance would take the form of a subsidy on cellular mobile devices equipped with accessibility features for the visual as well as the hearing impaired. Feedback from all relevant stakeholders will be solicited with a view to improving the project's processes and systems prior to full rollout. This rollout is expected to commence in January 2020 and continue through to September 21. It has been long but not arduous, as members of staff were very keen to bring the project to this point and to go beyond.
The project aims to provide mobile devices with assistive features for the visually and hearing impaired at a subsidized cost. The authority proposes to fund 90% of each mobile device, up to $540 TT of the cost of the device. The objectives of this PWD initiative are to ensure that PWDs have access to basic telecommunications mobile services, to make ICTs more affordable to PWDs, to reduce the digital divide by promoting digital inclusion of PWDs, to enhance the quality of life by enabling PWDs to participate more fully in society, at school, work, and in civic life, to enable independent living for PWDs. TATT has collaborated with a number of organizations to ensure the effective implementation of this initiative. Such organizations include Ministry of Public Administration, Ministry of Social Development and Family Services, PWD organizations, mobile telecommunications providers such as Digicel and TSTT. The aim of the project is to provide 100% of persons with hearing and visual impairments with mobile handsets equipped with the technology and services necessary to enable easy communication and to achieve basic everyday tasks. The project will start in 2020. The essential service that will be installed on the devices is the Caribbean Video Assistance Service (CVAS). This service will be initiated by the Caribbean Telecommunications Union in collaboration with VTC Secure, a global leader in communication access for PWDs. CVAS is an app that can be installed on smart devices equipped with a free personal universal communicator. The app provides online assistive services to hearing and visually impaired persons. Ms. Bernadette Lewis, Secretary General of the Caribbean Telecommunications Union, expresses her satisfaction on the initiative of the project and gives some insight on the CTU's involvement and the CVAS app.
I'm very pleased to be able to stand with the officials and staff of TATT on this occasion of the soft launch of their PWD Subsidised Accessible Devices project. TATT's PWD Subsidised Accessible Device project clearly addresses aspects of this obligation. The Caribbean Video Assistance Service, or CVAS, is the CTU Secretariat's effort to assist its member states, of which Trinidad and Tobago is one, in establishing some of the measures needed to ensure that persons with disabilities have the access envisioned by the United Nations Convention. CVAS is a collaboration between the CTU and VTC Secure, a global leader in communication access for PWDs, to use information and communication technologies, or ICTs, to empower people with disabilities by providing a technological platform to facilitate communications via their phones, computers, or wireless devices from virtually anywhere.
Among other functions, CVAS assists with communications for persons who do not know sign language or can help the visual impaired find their way around unfamiliar places. Ms. Annie Baldio, Executive Officer Economics of the Telecommunications Authority, explains the eligibility and the process of obtaining the devices.
The first criteria is that the applicant must be visually or hearing impaired. The applicant must be in receipt of a disabilities grant from the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services. The applicant must be a resident of Trinidad and Tobago. The applicant must be 18 years and over. And one of the reasons we have this criteria is because the applicant has to enter into a contract with TATT and with the service providers. And the legal age for entering into a contract is 18 years. And lastly, the applicant must provide the authority with evidence of the disability, so it could be through the form of a medical report or a doctor's certificate.
The authority has developed several standardized steps to provide simplicity and clarity to each PWD interested in receiving an assistive device.
So as a PWD, you can call or you can email the authority to schedule an appointment. You then complete an application form that's available on our website, or you can come in here to the offices of the authority and there will be persons here who can assist you in completing the form. You then submit that completed form with your relevant supporting documents, and those supporting documents would be your ID card, a copy of your ID card, a copy of your medical certificate, and evidence of receiving the disabilities grant from the Ministry of Social Development. So that can be via the form of a check or a direct deposit. We then approve the application by doing the verification checks with the Ministry of Social Development. We issue you an authorization letter, and then you take that authorization letter to your service provider. You select your handset. You pay the 10% or any excess over $540 for your handset, and that's it. The handset is all yours.
In an effort to provide superior customer service offered by the authority and mobile leaders nationwide when interacting with PWDs, the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services has provided free sign language training through the University of the West Indies. The training targeted representatives from the authority, as well as frontline staff at various cellular outlets throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Such training will improve the services provided to persons with disabilities by allowing frontline staff to more effectively communicate with persons who are blind, visually impaired, deaf, or hearing impaired. It will also help persons to understand and appreciate the cultural and linguistic barriers these PWDs face when seeking to access care and support. The Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago is committed to providing the tools and services necessary to bring equality to the access and use of ICTs for all persons with hearing and visual impairments, and to ensure that necessary services are available and supported.